All right, guys, we're back live again with another client spotlight, another client testimonial, and I have Mrs. Erica Peters here with me. I'm so excited. I appreciate your time. It was rescheduled, I think, a few times. We both had some things come up, and then the weather's been crazy. But I am truly happy to have you on this interview today because this is going to go on my website, and I just think that your case is so powerful. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself first before we get into some of like the results and what we did with your credit?
Sure. My name is Erica Peters. My husband and I, we have a roofing company. Basically, insurance restoration is what we do, most of it, and some retail, but we do roofs, gutters, and siding. So
Beautiful. And what's the name of your company?
it's Peters Roofing and Gutters.
Okay, where are you guys located at?
We're in Briningsville, so we service all of the Lehigh Valley,
Beautiful.
up north towards Scranton.
Beautiful, Briningsville, Pennsylvania. Awesome. So, you're pretty much in my backyard, right? I think that's how we connected initially. I can't remember who referred you to me.
I think it was on Facebook I had
Okay.
seen. Yeah.
You had seen maybe a post that I had put on. So were we friends or we weren't friends at that
We
time?
were not friends. We have a mutual friend.
Okay,
Yeah.
very cool. And I get a lot of my referrals that way. That's the only reason why I ask. And it's great because people are going to see this from Florida. I have clients in Connecticut, California. So, if there's people back home in Pennsylvania where we're at, they might want to reach out to you too. So that's awesome. It sounds like, you've had some success. I'd like for you to share that. Based on my notes here, we got started in the first week of October. Do you remember where your credit score was more or less around that time? October of
I
2020?
I was in the low 600s.
Okay.
So I think I was around 620.
And I think the reason you brought up your credit score, you were trying to get, was it a new vehicle for your business, right? And you were looking to do
Yeah.
some adjustments in your life with that, maybe save some money.
Yeah. I mean, I've always pretty much paid cash for everything. Now that I'm getting older, I'm starting to understand the importance of credit and, what the value that it has to have it.
Beautiful. And then I think, we had some things that were, at one point needed to be removed. That's the beauty of this program. What I
Mhm.
do for my clients is I find out if there's any late payments, if there's any collections, if there's anything with an outstanding balance, if there's anything that has a status saying charged off, because these things, which are referred to as derogatory marks, impact the credit negatively. So it sounds like from October 1st, I'm sorry, to January 2nd, based on my notes here, which was like a little over maybe 90 days,
Mhm.
everything was deleted. And
Yeah.
then did you end up using your credit ever since?
So I have. I waited. I think December 15th was the 90-day period that you told me to wait, not to do anything until
Okay.
after that. So I actually purchased a new vehicle for my husband and I. We purchased a new vehicle for the business right before the new year. So I was able to actually get a great rate based on my credit.
Nice. That's powerful because I think you said at one point the interest rate was like extremely high, and
Yeah. So
you went back to your dealership. Did you have any feedback from somebody who helped you with the car? Did they say
yeah.
anything?
So the gentleman that worked with us to purchase the vehicle, we bought a vehicle a year prior to that for the business. Every year, like anyone else, I'm sure that has a business, you try to use some of your profit that way, before the new year comes. So 2 years ago, when I purchased a truck, it was at 15%. And then this past year, when I went, or I'm sorry, a couple of weeks ago, when I went back, it was at 5%. It was like 5.4,
Wow.
5.7%.
So
So
you
yeah, he
saved
was
over 10%, right? Is that right? Is that
Yeah,
fair?
and he was really amazed by it.
So, it's interesting because not a lot of people know that this stuff is out there and that it works. And sometimes, let's be honest, right? I'm sure you had doubts. I'm sure you were like, I don't know if I should give this guy my money who I just
Right.
met from Facebook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like these testimonials are going to be really powerful. People are going to understand, like, this is a real person. This is not like a
Mhm.
robot I'm texting. This is
Right.
somebody who is going to get back to me. He's helped other people.
Mhm.
These are actually real life business owners. I can look them up.
Yep.
So this is, very, for me, thank you. It's very positive. This is,
Mhm.
how my business has survived personally because of relationships, doing good things like this for my clients. So I'm excited. What's the next step for you? What's the next goal now?
So, I want to I'm go back and forth between, getting the new Escalade that came out,
Ooh,
or,
big toy.
yeah, or, a beach house. So,
Wow.
pretty much weighing, which, I mean, obviously it's,
Yeah, they're two
a little,
different. They're two different animals there, but at the same time, they're both very fun. You know,
yeah,
a beachfront property. It
yeah.
sounds like you could park a nice Escalade on a beachfront property. So who knows? You might even pull out both, right? I hope that this year turns out amazing for you.
Yeah, yeah,
That's going to be
a little bit
awesome.
of both.
So
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. This is more importantly a great testimony. Ever since that change, I'm sure you're actually looking at your credit more. Maybe
Yes.
you understand how to read things better,
Yep.
how to stay up to date with it, and that's really the goal. My goal is, I'd love to hear from these, success stories, but when my clients leave the nest, as I say, I'd love for them to see them flourish and continue growing and getting into the 800s and and
Yeah.
more.
That's
So
cool.
I'm excited to see what this does for you. I'm only a phone call away. In the beginning, obviously, you had doubts. Could you tell us a little bit about that? Maybe what made you feel comfortable to actually give me an opportunity? Because now, obviously, you
Yeah.
trust me.
Sure, sure. I actually was trying to do it on my own for a few months, by using like the Credit Karma app and, trying to do all of that. But, it just wasn't working. I didn't know anything about it. So when I called you, I know we spent, probably about 25, 30 minutes, over the phone, just kind of discussing everything. And I, just explained to you where, I was at with everything. And the information that you provided me, without even, us making an agreement to where you were going to help me and I was going to pay you for it,
Yeah,
all the knowledge and, educating that you gave me in that time, I think is probably what, put me into, okay, like he's, legit and he's trying to help me. Like he just gave me all this information. I haven't even paid him.
yeah,
So I think that's, it was very personable from the beginning.
that's awesome.
So yeah, I
That's
was,
that's the whole point of the consultation, right? And most people don't understand. It's crazy. I notice a lot of the people that do credit now, there's companies that charge $50 to $100 just to have that initial phone call with you.
um,
Because yes, the reality is I don't do that because I, just like yourself, feel that I should give value first.
mhm.
Okay. And once I've given value and shown someone that this can be done, that you should give me your faith, right?
Yeah.
Then I can say, hey, this is what we should look at as far as a cost. So I appreciate you giving me the opportunity, at least getting on the phone with me. The free consultation is so important because most people don't understand that there's other companies charging hundreds of bucks, just to understand what you're going through, and who wants to pay just to be heard, right?
Right.
Just to get a little bit of advice. So I appreciate you giving me the opportunity. Any final thoughts? Anything you want to tell anyone if they're watching this and they're on the fence?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's definitely worth, the money that you pay to get, such a fast return, in your credit score increase. I know that I personally look forward to, not just that you've got all the disputes, taken care of and, all the negatives off.
Yeah,
I look forward to, the future as far as like building and how I can get it up to that 800,
perfect.
point score. That's
Yes.
that's like what I'm interested in.
I'll walk you through that after this call for sure. We'll go over some other tips then, and we'll see what other things maybe we can add to help that keep increasing. I have a
Yep.
few ideas. So
Awesome.
I appreciate your time, Erica. Thanks so much for this interview. I'm going to share this on my website. People may reach out to you, or reach out to your business, who knows, for roofing information. So thank you again.
Absolutely.
What was the name of your company one more time?
It's Peters Roofing and Gutters.
All right, awesome. In Briningsville, Pennsylvania. All right, appreciate your time. I'm going to hang up on this call here. Let me
Okay.
just hit